Humans shouldn't live. Reoccurring theme. Runs the roads. Good to go in the Arctic. Right, Scooties? Peg the gauge. Good enough for Ralphie. All 12 inches of prop rod. Still stuck in the creek. And I cracked the block. That's expensive. As you can tell by my poverty model coat here, it's getting cold. And you don't want to split your block or push the freeze plugs out of it or something like that. So we're going to go around and check the antifreeze on every car on the property here. I think we got about 25 to check. Can I show you how to do it if you don't know? Try to make sure we're not going to freeze bust anything this winter. Let's get at it. This is one we definitely don't want to freeze bust here. This car is too nice. And it is a nice driver car for sure. We've been going back and forth to town in it. Stole the battery out of it yesterday to get another one going, but this thing hasn't gave us a bit of trouble since we got it. Definitely a good purchase here. Where it looks green. So you want to do this when it's cold, and you need a checker like this or something like it. So you get it down in there, pull your antifreeze up in there, and let's see here. It is pointing at 0 degrees. So this is saying as long as it doesn't go past 0, it's kind of pointing up almost -7. So it does not get that cold where we live usually, so we should be good to go on this one. If you live in a climate where humans shouldn't live, you might ought to go a little more antifreeze than that, but we should be fine in here in Tennessee with that. On to the little dark coupe here. We got to get back on this thing, get some brakes on it. This thing runs and drives, as you probably already know. Well, it looks like we're dry right here. Can't even get any fluid, so maybe we'll just drain this one. I had to end up getting the pliers to get this one loose. Looks like it's stopped up, or this thing's already empty, one of the two. Looks like we did have a little bit in there. So we're gonna drain this thing. Hopefully we'll be good this winter with that. On to the 64 Savoy. Man, don't you love those lights, huh? It's hard for me to remember which ones do we put water in, which ones do we put antifreeze in. I don't know anymore. The right thing to do would be to put antifreeze in every one of them. But when you have cars you put together and then they don't end up running, that's kind of a problem. We'll see here, that's only good to about 10 degrees above. So that's probably not gonna work. It looks like we're gonna have to drain some of this one. Looks like this is a reoccurring theme. Can't get them loose. Thankfully, those Fairmonts I bought, somebody already took the radiators out of them. So, and they sat in a junkyard for 20, 30 years. So probably whatever's happened to them is already gonna happen. So we don't really have to check those cars. We didn't do anything with them. Is this stopped up too? Yep. So while that's draining, I'm gonna check this Super Coupe here. I have no idea, I don't remember. I know we were going racing with it last time. I don't remember what we put in it. All right, let's see what it's got. It looks pretty green. Oh gosh, we're like straight antifreeze. I guess it's like -45. We should be perfect on this one. So the Savoy is completely drained now. We're gonna fill it back up with straight antifreeze, and when that mixes with what's in the block, we should be good to go. All right, let's crank this thing up and let it mix. Well, what's the deal? Well, despite multiple attempts to try to start it, it won't even turn over. So I don't know if our starters went out or what, but we filled it all back up with antifreeze. Hopefully it'll work its way into the block with gravity or something. That's all I can do right now without putting a starter on it. Now this is a hard one to check here. This is my wife's ride, and you're supposed to check these when they're cold. And I'm not aware of a time that this engine ever gets cold because she just runs the roads. Oh man, she's good to go in the Arctic. We're good. Now this is one of my favorites that doesn't get shown a lot on the channel. You guys know what it is. It's a turbo Coop Thunderbird we got running. This one still got that intermittent issue where it just dies on me and won't start back. So I've got to figure that out at some point in my spare time. Now this is another one. It's too low to check. So we're going to add some straight antifreeze in it, start it up and let it run for a minute and recheck it. Right, Scooties? Yeah, he knows. So the engine is not hot yet. We're going to go ahead and check it. Oh yeah, we're good. Well, I'd be in real trouble if I didn't check this one. This is Mom's tractor. I actually forgot to check this one last year, and one of you viewers reminded me in the comments. I went back and checked it. So, we're good. We got another one of Mom's rides here, the F100. We got some upgrades coming for this one, so you'll see it real soon on the channel. Looks green. Oh, shoot. Man, we pegged the gauge. Ralphie sure would be mad at me if this one froze bust. It came from a more tropical climate, so possibility it doesn't have a whole lot of antifreeze in it. I don't remember if we put some in it when we did the wheel at start. Man, just too many to remember around here. Well, it looks green. Once again, this is another one that we have upgrades headed your way. Well, it's good to -7. That's good enough for me. I'm sure it's good enough for Ralphie. Now for one of the favorites on the channel. Everybody seems to love the little dark wagon. I've been looking for floor pans for this, and I actually found one place. When I called, they said, oh, we don't have any in stock right now. Call us back in a few months. So I got to call them, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's good to go. Yeah, we'd hate to hurt this little slant 6. It runs too good to hurt it. Now for the little mini Winnebago. Not much of a hood. I remember we put all new hoses on this. So I'm gonna say we put antifreeze in this one, if I was just guessing. Got our prop rod here. All 12 inches of prop rod there. Let's see what we got. Come on. Oh yeah, we're solid there. Yes, this one's still stuck in the creek down here. And I know it has straight water, so we're gonna have to drain it. It has a radiator leak anyway, but we're gonna have to drain everything we can on this so it doesn't freeze anything and bust it. Oh, it's so muddy down here. Still, this is why we haven't pulled it out yet. I had to end up breaking this one loose with a pair of pliers too, and it stopped up. Seems like every one of these has been stopped up. This one was really stopped up, but finally getting it now. Gotta get that water out of there. So we're down here on the side of the block, right in front of the starter on the small block Chevy, and they have a drain right here. There you go. That way you don't bust your block, because all that water was still in here despite the radiator being empty. Very important step. Now for the little Metro Mott. Now I know for a fact this one does not hold its coolant very well. I know last winter we took that plug out right there, so I'm gonna have to do the same thing again. It's got too many leaks to put coolant in it. Look at that. So that's water. When I was younger, I had a car that had straight water in it like this. And I just drained the radiator. I didn't do this. And I cracked the block that winter. So that's the 3 different ways you can kind of winterize one. One is it's good to go and you don't have to do nothing. Secondly, maybe it's a little bit low on antifreeze, got too much water in it. You can top it off, start it up, circulate it, and it'd be good. If you can't do that, this is your other options, to drain the block and the radiators. You really need to do both, or you might crack a block if you live in a cold enough area. So hopefully this helps somebody. That's how we do it around here. You gotta do it. Lots of other vehicles around here, but we got several that are parked inside. We got several that have been sitting out for 30 years that we ain't touched yet. So whatever's gonna happen has already happened to them. So this is all the ones we had to do today before it got too cold. So hope you like it. Check out our main channel, Sleeper Dude. We work on all these cars. And thanks for watching. We appreciate it. See ya. Yeah, we went through a bunch of antifreeze today. That's expensive.